Yo, this King Earner coming to y'all live and direct. Y'all in the comments, y'all mad? Y'all super mad. The reason why y'all really mad though is because at the end of the day, y'all know that King Earner bring that honor. King Earner bring that truth. What's more honorable and what's more truth is that Preacher wasn't shaking down no Rich Porter. Preacher was actually an individual who used to cop off of Rich Porter. That's how him and the uncle used to always bump heads. They used to always run into one another because every time Rich was on the urn, grabbing or dropping off or picking up or whatever the case, whatever he was doing, right? Uncle was irked about that. See, Uncle was the type of dude who felt like somebody owed him something. I'm pretty sure a lot of youngins understand and know who that is. You know, y'all had that uncle or that homie or that OG that thinks somebody owed him something. So at the end of the day, every time dudes with good money or big money come around, he think he supposed to get some type of acknowledgement. But let me give you some type of understanding, some type of explanation, youngins, and to the older dudes. Don't nobody owe nobody nothing out there in them streets. You know why? At the end of the day, what ends up happening is individuals start losing. Man, when they start losing, what happens is everybody turn into whores. Preach laws. Preach laws so much that not only did he miss out on what could have been an honorable relationship with him and Rich getting some real bread, but he sold his own children out. Now, I don't care what his name is, the Black Hand, whatever. That guy's a prick. That guy's a cold whore. You know why that guy's a cold whore? Because at the end of the day, real men, when they go through whatever they go through and their wrong comes up, they take theirs. They take theirs on the chin, man. This guy wasn't taking nothing on the chin. You know what he was going to do? He was going to tell as quick as possible. And I want all the youngins to really pay attention to this, man, because a lot of y'all don't even dig that it's a lot of preachers in your circle. It's a lot of individuals. It's a lot of dudes who play like they super tough, super thorough, super cool. But the minute they get locked up, their goal is to bring everybody down, especially if they feel like they're going to get brought down by themselves. See, individuals like Preacher, his son, the chump who trying to sound super cool, talking, them type of individuals don't got no honor in their veins. And at the end of the day, my goal is to always seek out these individuals and put them on blast. You know why I want to put them on blast? Youngins, I want y'all to take a look at Preacher, cold killer, cold extortion bull, but guess what? Cold rat. He folded as soon as he got caught. Now, look, let me give y'all something. Let me give y'all something to understand. What makes it okay for an individual to choose the streets and instantly want to tell? Instantly, as soon as you get locked up. I know a lot of dudes like that, man. There's a lot of dudes right now in our city, in our state, in this world that are running from something in life. And that what they're running from is their own fear. Fear of nothing. Fear of wanting to be always in the mix. Always being the guy that's looked for. Always being the guy that's the bad guy. You're not the bad guy. You know who you are? You're a preacher. You're a preacher on the run, hiding, pump faking, joking, playing with your life. When at the end of the day, all you got to do is straighten up, do the right thing. If you got warrants, fix them, man. Don't be no sucker. If they ain't no devious joints, man, fix them, man. Go in there and fix your life. And if you out here and if it's devious, pray to Allah, man. Pray hard. Don't never take a break because guess what? When they catch you, man, they're going to try to give you the book. And you got to be a man. You got to be strong and not be a preach or outpo. You can't be these individuals. The dudes that's in the comments, I don't know how they sleep with themselves. Because at the end of the day, even if I was an individual that kind of stared to respecting Alpo, I wouldn't even let nobody know that the type of scum he was. Anybody that killed their own homie so his homie can't get his little brother out of being kidnapped from some weirdos, you coming to grab or find out about, ask a dude three times, did he get something from somebody or not? When you should have been coming to work out. What kind of homie is these dudes? And that's what goes on out here too. You have friends that'll rock with you, right? Rock with you. And then when it's time for crunch time, they don't want to push or nothing. You find yourself behind the 8 ball by yourself. That's in street drama and in the can. I want for all the youngers to start strengthening up, man. Start getting deeper in numbers of dudes that love one another. Start getting deeper in numbers and dudes that always congratulate one another, that always promoting each other to do the right thing. What we got going on is a lot of us hate each other for no apparent reason, man. A dude that hated dude how he look, or how many chicks he get, or how his clothes lay. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta get past that. And you dudes that's sitting back watching me, and y'all didn't think that I had potential, right? And y'all seeing now that I'm blowing up in a mindset of wisdom. Not nothing to have to do with, me being no billionaire, and people still look at me like that for whatever reason. But don't let this destroy your mindset. You got to stay focused on you too. I'm staying focused on me, and I'm doing well over here doing that because you know what my example is in life? Is to tell the youth to watch out for that guy who wants to bring them into that negativity. Watch out for that. Them dudes don't got no honor in them. Love the guy who want to bring you a part of something positive. Stay focused on that avenue. Don't pay attention to guys like Preach. In fact, Youngins, the youngins that feel as though they have it together, they're ready for that next step to move on and discipline themselves, you don't even have to come here. You know why? You got it in your heart. You got it in your veins already. You have it. I want for all of y'all to stay focused on realizing what's the next move and what's the next step, meaning like planning your goals. Now that you're planning your goals, you can begin to get out of what I will call a cocoon. A lot of us are in cocoons mentally and physically. Let's jump into a situation where we're butterflies, but men know, in the same essence, man. And we're blossoming, because we're not going to allow ourselves to be in that cocoon, to be caught up in that mind state like those weirdos who was caught up, like I was caught up. I was a weirdo doing all of that nonsense, that shoot 'em up bang bang thing. That thing didn't give me nothing but a bunch of time in the can. And guess what? Even when I had a big bankroll, it didn't mean anything. We got to start focusing on doing the right thing and not focusing on the delusional thing. Those things is only temporary. Let's keep it a buck, OGs. Keep it 100. Those times was beautiful and they're good stories, But guess what? The reality of it, after the clowns went home, after the people with the big bull horns and the partying stopped, there was a penitentiary wall there. And you had to walk through it. You had to leave your family. You had to soldier up like all soldiers do. We didn't take the weak route out, but guess what? Who wants to go through that all their life? Who wants to actually be having a discipline and hard, and I'm going to over and over and over again. Look how Kevin Gates just came home. Good dudes, good men. That's even in the industry that stood up. They're propagating their honor and keeping their honor in pocket, some people. Some propagating it, some, keeping it all the way intact. Let's begin to touch and vibe on uniting, man. Let's begin to look at outposts as a disaster. Let's look at preachers as a bum, a piece of trash. Let's look at guys who just are with the system when we know the system is against us. Let's just put them people behind us and let's just build our own bridge of unity, of pure honor in a sturdy form where everybody is a liner. Everybody's sturdy. No Vicks, no weirdos, no dudes seeking fame trying to be down. Everybody is basically based off of honor. Let's do that. Let's get off the suckers. Let's leave them rats in that trap that they're in. And that's the trap in believing that they can actually tell on a bunch of people, go to jail, come home, right home, and do that over and over again. That are worse because you know how you pull a scab off of a wound and you keep messing it up, and it never get a chance to heal? That's what them guys doing. They keeping their wound wide open, man. We ain't like them. We healing. Kinger and alive and direct.